गाय गौर मधुस्मरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna,
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरीचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। संसार दुख जलदस्य पतितस्य कामा क्रोधादिनक्रमकृकवैकृतस्य दुर्वासनस्य निवृतस्य निराश्रयस्य चैतन्यचन्द्रममदेहि पदावलम्बम् चैतन्यचन्द्रममदेहि पदावलम्बम्। नित्यानन्दं नमस्तुभ्यं प्रेमानंद प्रदायिने कलो कल्मषनाशाय श्रीजान्वहरपते नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपीकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। देवी कृष्णमयी प्रोक्ता राधिका परदेवता सर्वलक्ष्मीमयी सर्वकान्ति समहोनि परः। भक्त्या विहीनाय अपराधलक्ष्य क्षिप्तस्य कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि तं शरणं प्रपन्न वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। One more time. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। निखिल श्रुति मौलि रत्माला धूति नीरादित पाद पंकजंतो हय मुक्त कुलयुपस्मानं परितस्तं हरिनाम संश्रयामि। Hare Krishna. Welcome all devotees. In the continuation of glorification of Srila Gurudev, glories, his contribution, his pastimes, which are not ordinary in nature. And why I said so? Because if we go deep into the gravity of Srila Gurudev's interactions, his reciprocations, his lectures, it has a great significance and backed by Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy. His moods, the moods of acharyas are important. So maybe the moods can be a little different in different acharyas, but they are on the same line. They're on the same page. But specifically, our Srila Gurudev's mood, very high mood. Why is I saying very high? Because he was always immersed in that high moods. And that high moods means nothing can be more high and big than Braj Bhakti. So let us spend this evening remembering Srila Gurudev's glories. As we heard yesterday also, senior devotees, they also spoke. Mahabharat Prabhu he spoke yesterday so beautifully. This evening, I also want to ask some senior devotees to please come and offer their Pushpanjali. Pushpanjali means offering flowers. There are many ways to offer flowers. One is holding flowers in hands and offering to the lotus feet of Gurudev. And another is offering Pushpanjali with beautiful words. Maybe our words are not appropriate to glorify such divine personality, but we have no other option. Because aprakrit vastu nahi prakrit gochar. Aprakrit vastu nahi prakrit gochar. Scriptures describe divine personalities can't be described with material words or with material understandings. For that, one has to be divine also. Aprakrit vastu nahi prakrit gochar. Vaishnav chinete nare devere shakati. The activities of Vaishnav can't be understood by even demigods, great personalities. So, to describe about divine, one has to be divine. But in my situation, Vandana karite mohi kato shakti dhori. Tamo buddhi dosha matra damba matra kari. तथापि मुकेर भाग्या मनेर उल्लास दोष खमी निज अधमे करो निज दास. Then after that सर्व वांछा से करो निज दास. तथापि मुकेर भाग्या मनेर उल्लास दोष खमी निज अधमे करो निज दास. It's so difficult to describe. Because it's very easy to understand the activities and the pastimes from material perspective. But if we are not familiar with the philosophy part, we can always do mistake in understanding even the dealings and the words of Srila Gurudev. When I say Shri Gurudev, I mean that all acharyas. So knowing philosophy, the Siddhanta, very important. If we acquainted with the Siddhanta, especially our body Vaishnava, then we can understand the gravity of Acharya. So therefore, every day we need to read those books of Srila Gurudev and that's the Pushpanjali today. So not taking much time, first of all I'd like to request Chandrika Mataji, please come and glorify Srila Gurudev. So we have chairs for the speakers here. I don't feel good when seniors are just standing and I'm sitting. I feel so embarrassed. And so that's why I asked Lily to bring a chair. It looks appropriate. Please.
Hilo. I offer my respectful obeisances unto A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada and to Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj Srila Gurudev. And I offer my respectful obeisances unto our Guru Varga and especially offer obeisances to Maharaj and thank him for coming. So in considering a remembrance about Srila Gurudev, I remembered that in one darshan, Srila Gurudev mentioned that if someone is speaking, but they're not giving comparisons about the subject matter they're speaking on, then that means that they're not giving Raganuga Bhakti. So we can understand from this that Srila Gurudev was always giving comparisons, and when he would speak about books that he was usually giving a series of lectures on, but also when he was giving Lila Katha. So I just wanted to mention that as a preface to talking about a pastime that Gurudev held very dear. And in this pastime, Srila Gurudev gives comparisons, and he also reconciles differences. This reconciling differences is also another one of the aspects of Srila Gurudev that was very prominent. And all of us were very grateful for that. Considering that many of us were not qualified to begin the process of understanding, even about Rag Marg very much, then meeting Srila Gurudev was a great benefit. And I want to express my gratitude for having such an amazing personality that with affection and love, he could begin us on a path through Tattva and also through Leela. So I just wanted to begin by saying in this short narration that I'll give, it shows the differences between Vasudeva Krishna and Nanda, Braj Krishna, and it also highlights the differences between Devaki and Vasudeva and Yashoda and Nanda. And also it reconciles differences between different shastras like Srimad Bhagavatam and other scriptures. So Krishna is known in the scriptures as Satya Sankalpa. That means what he says is always true. It always comes true. So the question is, when Krishna was leaving Braj and he promised the Brajabasis that he would return very quickly after taking care of Kamsa, why does it seem that that wasn't true? It seems that he didn't return quickly. So after Kamsa was killed, Nanda Maharaj was waiting to meet with Krishna and Balaram. He was in a camp just outside of Kamsa's area. And he waited for overnight, and the next day, Krishna came and he said, oh dear Nanda, my dear father, there were some obstructions to me coming to see you. The Brajabasis are telling me that you're not my father and that Devaki and Vasudeva are my father. And they gave Mathurabasis, sorry. And the Mathurabasis are saying that Devaki and Vasudeva are your parents, and your real parents are not Yashoda and Nanda. So Nanda heard this, and he was thinking, well, this should be reconciled somehow or another. But Nanda was also compassionate toward Devaki and Vasudeva because they were jailed for so many years. And he felt that also needed to be rectified. He suggested to Balaram that Balaram should stay in Mathura and Krishna could return to Braj. But Balaram said, there's no way that I can be separated from Krishna. I cannot be separated from Krishna. So the reconciliation needed to be there. How was it that Krishna's word that he would return to Braj would come true? According to Srimad Bhagavatam, Nanda accepted that Krishna would be staying and Balaram also would be staying in Mathura. And at that time, when Nanda was speaking to Krishna and Balaram, Krishna gave him many, many items to take back to Yashoda. He gave him very nice jewels and other things, gold and things like that, and garments. And he asked Nanda to please deliver them to Yashoda. Nanda was thinking, how could I ever give these to Yashoda when I'm not even bringing back Krishna? I know that she will think that I've sold him and just gotten some jewels and other garments and things, and then in that way she'll know that she'll think that I'm not bringing back her son. Or else she may get just very upset and think that Krishna has become inimical somehow, or just has given her up and is now just considering Devaki and Vasudeva his parents. So if Srimad Bhagavatam is saying that Nanda was satisfied and went back without Krishna, how can that be reconciled? So Srila Gurudev gives Vishwanath Chakravarti's Thakur analysis. And he says that actually there are ways to reconcile this. Nanda, in one way, did go back, crying and crying to Braj. But in another way, he stayed with Nanda, and Nanda took back Krishna and Balaram to Braj. And both of these are possible because Krishna's the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he can arrange anything. So both happened at the same time. And there's two different ways of understanding how Krishna kept his word. Is considered to be, they're called prakosht. It's like having different rooms in a house. Activities can be going on in two different rooms. So therefore, in Krishna's Leela, sometimes, of course, probably many times, but in this time especially, the Nanda went home crying without his children, and also he took them home on a bullock cart, and they were very jubilant and happy. So in the story about Krishna staying in Mathura, Devaki and Vasudeva wanted to keep him. They didn't want him to go back to Braj. So they thought of different ways that they could keep him, and one way was to give him strong sanskaras, or strong impressions that he actually was a Mathura Vasi. So they had an Upanaya ceremony which gave him a brahminical ceremony, and his hair was cut, and he was given the mantras by Gargacharya. And right after that, Gargacharya said, well, yeah, now there needs to be some reciprocation between me and you, and I'd like you to go begging and take dakshin to give to me from your mother and father. And as soon as Krishna heard the name mother, he immediately remembered that Yashoda Mai had offered to give him many riches on this occasion. So he began to call out, Mai, where are you? And he was looking and calling out for her. But when he didn't see her, he actually became completely stunned, just like a stone. And then after a little while, he completely fainted. So the Mathura Bhasis were trying to bring him back to resuscitate him. And after they did, then, once again, Vasudeva and Devaki were thinking, actually, we need to send him further away. This won't be enough because he might get a message from the Brajabasis. And by getting a message, that will remind him that, of the Brajabasis, and he'll want to go home. So they sent him far away to go to school. And after he went to school, he returned to Mathura, but nonetheless, he was still thinking about the Brajabasis. And he talked to Uddhava. And when he was talking to Uddhava, he was holding Uddhava's hand and crying, and speaking to Uddhava about the condition of the Brajabasis, how they weren't eating. Even Nanda Maharaj wasn't even milking the cows or the calves. And everyone was in such a condition, Krishna said he was afraid that they would die. So I won't continue with this story, but I'll just say that in different scriptures, like Padma Purana, it says that Krishna did return, and it gives the explanation that after he killed the last demon that was inimical to Krishna, Dantavarka, he actually returned to Braj, and he took all the Brajabasis back to the spiritual world. But Srila Gurudev says that this isn't a complete explanation, that it doesn't say that he himself went back and stayed in Braj. So that's a technicality there. But anyway, for the satisfaction of all of us, and for the satisfaction of Srila Gurudev, he wanted to explain that Vishwanath Chakrabarti says that he did return, as I explained in the beginning, by going back with Nanda Maharaj. And also when Krishna was talking to Uddhava, he says that here I am in Mathura, but actually I'm always in Braj. So I just wanted to remember Srila Gurudev today and one of his sweet pastimes that he spoke. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's Gurudev mood. Many technical points, which is difficult for ordinary person to understand. They think they know Krishna Leela, they know Rama Leela, but they don't know the details, the technical points, and that's all because of philosophy Siddhanta. Just for example, a few days back, we were hearing Ram Leela. I was speaking 3 days Ram Leela in Houston. So even in India and all over, people they believe that Shri Ram, he ate those remnant of shabri, the berries. It's very famous, and we have so many bhajans. Sabse unchi prema sadai, jhoote phal shabari ke khai. Ram, Lord Shri Ram, he ate the remnants of the berries of shabari. But Buddha said this is totally wrong. And how is explaining this? According to Siddhanta, Gurudev said, Ram is not Krishna. Krishna is Leela Purushottam. He can easily eat remnants of his sakhas or whoever. It's a different profile as Krishna. But Shri Ram's profile is Maryada Purushottam. There is so much Maryada. And Shabri, she is like in Dasyaras. She is not in Sakyaras with Ram. Even those who are in Sakyaras with Ram can't do this in Ram Leela. It's a philosophical point here. Even Sita Devi, she is wife of Ram, consort of Ram. Even she can't give her remnants to Ram. She can't allow Ram to massage her lotus feet. She can't. If she goes through some thorn in the forest, Lakshman cannot touch the lotus feet of Sita Devi. And she will not allow Ram to do this. There is so much reservations there. So much opulence. Aishwarya Bhav is there. And there is no other big rasa in Ram Leela. Gurudev said only 2.5. So Shabri, how can she give her remnants to Ram? Gurudev said this is totally wrong according to Siddhanta. Yeah, people say this, they believe this, okay, but this is not according to our Siddhanta. From this vichar dhara of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, which is so technical, Ram didn't eat the remnants of Shabari. She used to pluck those berries from different trees. There was not only one tree. And she's checking which tree is sour and which is sweet, the fruit of that tree. So she was plucking those berries and tasting, oh, this is sour. So she's not even focusing on that tree, or particular that branch. She only focused those trees and branches where the berries are sweet. And she was taking aside and waiting for Lord Ram to come. So she can't give this to Ram. And one day Ram Lakshman, they came in the cottage, Shabri. She paid obeisances. There is no Sakhya Bhav there. Shabri didn't have Sakhya Bhav, friendship with Ram. That, oh, that's my remnants. There is some Maryada there. So first of all, she offered something to Ram. But Lord is always there to give benedictions or boons or whatever. But here, Sri Ram is like an instructor, a guru. And what he gave to Shabri? He's just a mendicant in the forest. He don't have anything to give. But Sri Ram gave her the teachings of Navvida Bhakti. As we hear in 7th canto, Prahlad Maharaj is speaking, Navvida Bhakti. Sri Ram, in Ramayana, he gave the teachings of Navvida Bhakti to Shabri. Shavanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasya, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. Iti Pumsa Arpita Vishnu Bhakti Shanaksh. 9 links of Bhakti. Sri Ram is giving this gift to Shabri. Such a technical point. People, they say, Mother Kakai, she's not wise. She is not good. She is like a negative role in Ramayana, in Ram Leela. But Gurudev said no. The complete Ram Leela depended on one character. That's Kakai. That is Gurudev's favorite topic. It is just because of pleasing my worshipable, to whom I love the most. Gurudev said this word prem is not simple. This word love is not simple, prem, love. But prem is more better. It's not that simple to just say and express. Prem needs sacrifice. This is one level. A beginning, a foundation. Love means sacrifice. If there is no sacrifice, there is no love. And while saying sacrifice means what? To give something, not to take something. That's the foundation of prem. It's not the highest limit. It's not a dome and a flag on the dome. It's just the foundation. I'm realizing this because I'm building a temple in India. It's going to complete this year. So if you all coming to Kartik, please come.
Where?
I'm going to inaugurate on the last day of Kartik.
Which place in India?
Huh?
Which place?
Oh, it's if you land in Delhi airport, on the way to Vrindavan. The next city to Delhi is Faridabad. So only 1.5 hour drive from my center to Vrindavan. There's no other route. There's the only route to go to Vrindavan. So, humble invitation to all devotees. Please come Kartik, because the last day, almost the next day of the last day of the Kartik is inauguration. November 16th and 17th, 2 days. Anyhow, so foundation, when I was observing this, how they were taking the foundation and making foundation so strong. So many thoughts comes to see this. Foundation needs to be so strong. Love means sacrifice. This is just the foundation. It's not even the dome and the flag on the dome. Prem depends on sacrifice. It's such an elaborate topic. If we analyze or churn the pastime of Ram, the pastime of Krishna, and then Mahaprabhu, the Goswamis, we're going to get in depth of this. How much prem needs sacrifice? So basically, Parabhast avatar, Rup Goswami Pad described, there are so many categories of avatars. Leela avatars, Manvantar avatar, Yuga avatar, Purush avatar, Shaktavesh avatar, Yuga avatar. But there is another category, Paravas avatars. That includes three: Lord Nrsimhadev, Ram, and Krishna. Paravast avatars. Where exhibiting complete opulence, and there's a reciprocation with devotees, elaborating pastimes. Whereas all other avatars, they just come from one particular cause and killing demon, and they just go back to Vaikuntha. But with Prahlad Maharaj, Nrsimha Bhagwan, there is some dialogue, there is some interaction on one level. And if we see the pastime of Lord Ram, it's so elaborate pastime. Ramayana is this thick book, 24,000 verses. Bhagavatam is just 18,000 verses, which includes everything. And Ramayana itself is just 24,000, this thick. So much elaborate pastimes. And Krishna Leela is also so elaborate. They are Paravasta Avatar. So, Ram Leela, while Gurudev used to describe Ram Leela, he is always crying and weeping. He didn't want to stop. Even when his sevaks trying to stop him, he gets so irritated. No, please, don't disturb me. And he just keep on going and going and going and going. So many details. Ram Leela is the base of that prem, description of that prem, where every character in Ram Leela, most of the character I would say, they showed sacrifice for the sake of prem for Ram, and Ram's prem for his associates. It can be his brothers, his wife, his father, as a king to his subjects, and his respect and maryada even to his enemies, even to Ravan. So, when Bharat came back, he was in a maternal grandfather. When he came back, he didn't knew all what happened in Ayodhya. He didn't knew at all. He just got a news, please come back soon. It's urgent. The news was not given to him that Darshan Maharaj told Ram to go in exile 14 years, and Darshan Maharaj in separation, he left his body. He don't know anything. But he just got a news, come urgent. So he came back, and there's a custom, anyone who enters Ayodhya, they have to first worship their forefathers and all the lineage. So Bharat Maharaj, the Brahmin was there to offer him ingredients, to offer Pushpanjali flowers. And he saw, he's all Guru Parampara, means Father Parampara. Dilip and all that, Aja. While he's offering flowers, he came the last and saw Darshan Maharaj, his Vigraha there. And he was like shocked. What is this? Father Darshan? Vigraha here? And he looked towards the Brahmin, and Brahmin said, Bharat, start crying. Really? Is that the reason? Nobody informed me. He offered flowers and he was so broken. Father left. When he came to Ayodhyan palace, then he understood, he heard what happened. My mother Kakai is the cause of Ram being going to forest. Bharat said, I'm not your son anymore. You're not my mother anymore. How can you send Ram to forest? But Kakai is, Mother Kakai is tolerating all those insults and abusements. Gurudev said, only because of her love for Ram. Her sacrifice is unparalleled. She did this only for the pleasure of Ram, because Ram approached Kakai, Mother Kakai. Please, can you help me out? I have so many things to accomplish. And it's all depend on your sacrifice. Can you do a sacrifice for me? She said, Ram, what are you saying? I love you more than my own son Bharat. My life invests in you. My life invests in you. Ram, whatever you say. Ram said, you have to give me promise, because later on, after hearing what I want, you may say no. I want a promise. She said, you don't believe me? I can give my life to you. Ram said, I don't want your life, something more than your life. She became very grave. What are you speaking about? What do you want? No, mother, first give me promise. She said, Ram, I'm giving promise to you. Now you can believe me? What do you want? Then he said, can you ask those two boons? You remember? You're supposed to ask two boons from Father Darshan Maharaj. When once upon a time in the battlefield, he was getting helpless, his chariot broke and he was on the ground. And you came driving a chariot and you helped Darshan Maharaj in the battlefield. And because of you, he won the battle. And there in the battlefield, he gave a promise. Kakai, anytime you can ask two boons from me. She said, I don't even remember that. Yes, it is the fact. You reminded me of this. So this is the time, oh mother, can you ask these two boons? One boon, 40-year exile for Ram. And second, coronation ceremony of Bharat. And she fainted. Ram hold Kakai. Mother, 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 mother. Sprinkle water on her face and she came back to conscious. Oh Ram, so glad to see you. When you came? It's good you came because I saw a very bad dream. I saw a dream. You came in my room and you asked very difficult promises from me. So she described. Ram said, Mother, what are you saying? I just spoke to you this. It was not dream, it was reality. Ram, don't joke with me. You know I can't do this. I can send my son Bharat into forest. I can send my son. But I can't send you. Your life, you're my life. I can't give my life. So much love, Mother Kathai. She's the first one to sacrifice. She said, Ram said, Mother, that's why I told you, I want something more than your life. No one going to appreciate you. Everyone going to see you in a negative role, condemn on you. And that's your praying, your love for me. Can you? Gurudev said that's the foundation of praying. Sacrifice. Everything for one's worshipable, for one's loved one. Everything. Selfless love. She could have said no. I'll get defamed everywhere. So, on a scale, my name and fame, my prestige, and the love for Ram. Gurudev said, Kakai is the foundation of that praying. And then, when Bharat heard this, I don't want to become your son. I'm not your son anymore. You're not my mother anymore. And she's crying and weeping, helpless, what to do? That's my sacrifice for my loved Ram, to whom I love the most. You know? India, many people, they say, we know Ram Leela, we hear it. I mean, even I, when I was 5-year old, 5-year young boy, we used to hear Ram Leela. No complete Ramayana. That's a tradition in India. Everyone, they know Ramayana. But they don't know these details. And Gurudev brought up those details. Everyone, when Gurudev is speaking those kathas in Hindu temples, everyone get amazed. We never heard this before. And how wonderfully he's describing. And then, from this stage, he's coming to Krishna Leela. Leela Purushottam, Krishna Leela. More sacrifice there. It's not just enjoying Leela. There is so much praying involved in that. So Bharat heard this. He said, "No way! I'm going to bring my brother Ram back. I'm going to bring." So he's just running and running and running. And at the outskirts, he has to cross a river. There was one Brahmin. He said, "Do you saw my brother Ram?" He said, "Yes, he just crossed. A few days back, he crossed this river. That's the route he followed." He said, "But Bharat, what are you trying to do?" He said, "I'm going to bring my brother back." "But Brahman, can you please tell me one thing? You saw my brother Ram, right?" He said, "Yes." "Can you tell me he loves me or not?" So Bharat got totally crazy there. He loves me or not? Because he heard those harsh words of my mother. Maybe he now hate me. I don't believe this. That's why I'm just asking you. Did you saw some love in the eyes of my brother? The Brahmin said, "Well, I'm seeing love in your eyes for Ram. So I'm not sure about Ram's love for you. I'm not sure. But one thing I must say. When I was doing Sankalpa, offering water in the hands of Ram, because now he's starting his journey towards the forest. When I was doing Sankalpa, I was chanting mantras. Then, while we do Sankalpa, we have to utter, the location. So when I was doing Sankalpa, I was saying, Vara Kalpe, Bharat Khande, I forgot that. Vara Kalpe, Bharat Khande means in the country Bharat. Moment I said this, I saw tears came from his eyes just by hearing your name. And it was not related to you. It was according to the mantra system. I just uttered the word Bharat and he started crying. So I'm not sure, I can't assume he loves you or not. But the moment he heard your name, he was in tears. Bharat said, "Thank you so much for telling me this. And I'm going to bring my brother back. No one can stop me." And there what's happening? Shri Ram, he entered in the forest. And just like in Braj Leela, there's Vrinda Devi. She's like queen of the forest, Vrindavan. And all the birds, trees, everything are associates of Vrinda Sakhi. Similarly, there one Devi means the Devi of the forest. When Shri Ram crossed some path, he said, "Oh, one Devi, the deity, the Devi of this forest, I want to beg you something." One Devi said, "Prabhu, you are my Lord. You don't have to say this." He said, No, I'm just ordinary human being because this is Maryada Leela. He can't show that I'm Lord. Human-like pastime. He said, "One Devi, I just need something, some boons from you, some help from you, sorry." She said, yes, I understood what you want to say, because now you have to spend 14 years in the forest. You may thinking some soft bed, you may need some fruits, some water. I'm here to help you and serve you in any way you want. What you want, tell me. You don't have to request and beg for this, Prabhu. Just let me know. Ram said, no. Very great personality. I don't want any of these things. I only want the path which I've already crossed. Remove all the thorns from that path. She smiled. Remove all the thorns from that path? Why? You already crossed that. What is the need to remove the thorns? You already crossed that path. Now you have to walk further. Ram said, because one Devi, I know 100% sure Bharat is going to come. to look for me. I know he can't live without me. He will definitely going to come and look for me. And I don't want even one thorn can prick his feet. But just do this much for me. I can't even tolerate, even I'm thinking of this. This gives me pain that one thorn is go to Bharat's feet, my heart will be broken. Kindly please remove all the thorns. She said, but isn't it Bharat is Kshatriya? And Kshatriya means hard, strong people. They're not Brahmins. Brahmins are soft. Kshatriya means strong. So you're minimizing the glories of your Bharat? Don't you think he's strong enough? Don't you think he's Kshatriya? Cross-questioning to Ram. Understanding the whole scene? You doubt that Bharat is not strong? Then why you want to remove all the thorns from that path? Ram said, oh, one Devi, you don't understand this. Why I'm saying this? I have no doubt that Bharat is not strong. He's very strong. Very, very strong. Even he's more strong than me. But then why you want the thorns to be removed? Because even if one thorn prick in the feet of Bharat, then he will feel pain in his heart. My brother Ram has walked on this path which is full of thorns. He will feel pain in his heart. Because he is going to consider how I have walked on this path. He's going to feel pain in his heart. And I can't tolerate the pain in the heart of my dear Bharat. Understand? That's Lila. That's the foundation of prema, means sacrifice. You can say this is just the foundation. How strong will be the dome, the top of the temple? The temple of prema. This is just foundation, and then comes the floorings. And there are different sections, different prakoshta, as Mataji was saying. One prakoshta of that prema is Milan, and other prakoshta, the second section is Vipralam, meeting and separation. Then there is another section, it's called separation in meeting, and there is another section, this meeting in separation. This is called your philosophy. This philosophy is given by merciful Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through his associates. Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, Jiva Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, all associates. There are different sections in that temple of prema. There is also one section which is called Sambhog. And there is another section which is called Kamanuga Bhakti. Sambhog Bhakti section means where there is Dasya Ras, Sakhya Ras, Vatsalya Ras. Then there is another room, another section which is known as Kamanuga Bhakti. Kam means lust. But this word Kam, when it applies to Braj Leela, Braj Bhakti, this word Kam means prema. Evidence? Rupa Goswami. Premeva goparamnam kamyati agma pratham iti uddhavado vanchanti bhagavad priya. The gopis, they have attained Krishna with their lust. Not lust, with their prema. With their prema. Selfless, unconditional prema for Krishna. This is Kamanuga. But that Kamanuga room a hall is also divided in two parts. Sambhog Ichamai and Tatta Bhav Ichamai. Oh, before it was Samandanuga and Kamanuga, and then in that one hall, Kamanuga, where the conjugal love, gopis with Krishna, the conjugal love, that's called Kamanuga. That hall has two sections, further divided into two sections. One section is Sambhog Ichamai. That means those gopis who always wants to assist Radha Krishna in their pastimes. But in that section, also there is further two divisions. The room is not going to get small. It is a very big hall. This temple is big. One is Krishna Snehadikya. The other section is Samsneha. Krishna Snehadikya is the section where it refers to those gopis who only have love for Krishna, but they minimize with Radharani. They only favor Krishna all the time. This is one category. This is one section. And that's called Kamanuga. There's another section which is known as Samsneha. Those gopis who have equal love for Radha and Krishna, but little more inclined towards Radharani. And they are Lalita, Vishakha, all 8 Sakhis, the 8 Sakhis. More inclined towards Radharani, but equal love for Radha and Krishna. And all their purpose, their mission is to unite Radha and Krishna. And that's why we sing every evening, Jai Jai Radha Krishna, Yugala Milan. They assist in the meeting of Radha and Krishna, there's Samsneha. But very important section is there, which is Tatta Bhavichami. This is that bhakti which is, that love which is present, the prem which is present in the manjaris. And that category is known as Sakhi Snehadikya. Those gopis, or we can say manjaris, were only and only exclusively inclined towards Radharani. They have nothing to do with Krishna. They only favor Radharani, they only decorate Radharani, they only serve Radharani. And that's why they have a tadatme, oneness with Radharani. These are different sections in that prema, in the temple of prema. All these are different sections. Then there is roofing. And on the roof there is dome. What is that dome? The dome is there to highlight the flag or the chakra. You know, flag is always on the top of the dome. The purpose of the dome is to raise flag high in the sky so people can see from far distance that there is a temple. People can see from far distance that there is a temple in the outskirts or in the middle of village or town somewhere. Far distance. That's the purpose of the dome, to raise the flag. And what is that flag means? In that temple of love, this flag is like a victory of love. Victory of love. That flag represents a victory. Victory of whom? Victory of Prem. So who is victorious in that domain of Prem? One who has prayed the most. The victory of Radharani's prem over Krishna is the flag. That's the victory. You know, when in the battlefield, everyone has their own flags. So they raise flags. It's my country, it's my country. Or we won the battle, so flags have been raised. Red color, yellow color, whatever. White flag means
Surrender.
Surrender. Krishna surrenders. Totally surrendered. And declared the victory of Radharani. Declaration. Instead of white flag, he's offering the yellow flag. His pitambar. Victory of Radharani's prem over me. That's the flag. This is the temple of prem. Where there are so many sections. It can't be just one hall. The beauty of house and temple is when there are so many sections. Kitchen, hall, living room, bedroom, all this. In the temple of prem, these are the different sections. And every section has its importance. Bedroom has its own importance, living room, kitchen, hall. In the temple of prem, these are different sections. Otherwise, there's no variety. When there's no variety, there's no flavor. Can't make khichdi. You can't just make one hall and sleep in one near to one wall and eat in the middle. It doesn't make any sense there. It has to be walls in between. But under one temple, the temple of prem. Gurudev said, so prem is the, love means sacrifice. That's the foundation of prem. It's not complete. Then when it is complete and highest limit, then we should go to Radharani and ask her, because she can describe the meaning of prem. She can describe all that, because she is the embodiment of that prem. She is Haladani Shakti. She is the embodiment of that prem. She can very well describe. So, Krishna came as a listener, want to hear what is that prem in the heart of Radharani. She never opened that chest. She always keep hiding that. She's always keeping hiding that. She's not even showing this. And what to speak of showing this? She's just saying that na prem gandho asti durape mein haro. Have not tinge of prem in me. If anyone's saying this, that means he's keeping or she's keeping so much in the heart. Radharani, please open up. Open up. Share. She said no. Because this prem is just like a perfume bottle. If you open the cap of a perfume, it just immediately evaporates. Immediately evaporate. So that's why she's keeping lock. Krishna is so eager. He wants to hear this from the source of love, the source of prem, Radharani. Therefore he came as a listener. He came, disguised himself as heavenly girl, so beautiful, wearing sari and all that. And not even coming to Radharani, staying far. And Radharani saw, such beautiful girl, I never saw. Lalita, can you tell her to come here? Oh, she's shy. Why are you so shy? We are all women here, nothing to shy about. Come, what's your name? And you're so pretty, you're so beautiful. Of course, because you are from heaven, from Swarga. We are earthly ladies. We are not that beautiful as you are. So what brings you here? Looks like you're sad. Is something happened? Did your beloved betray you? Did your beloved left you? Or leave you? What is the cause? Share with us. It's easy to share. And then Krishna spoke. He was Krishna. She said, I don't believe. No, Radharani said, I'm waiting for my beloved Sham Sundar to come here to touch you. Because anyone getting touched with that soft lotus hand of my beloved Sham Sundar, he cured all the pains. So what the pain in your heart can be easily cured by the touch of my beloved Sham Sundar. Understand? This shows, and I was also speaking yesterday and also this morning in my class, this shows with these words of Radharani, she is not jealous of anyone. Oh, if she is not jealous of anyone, then why she is exhibiting man, sulky mood, with cause and without cause? Rup Goswami Bari Singh, Ahir evas gati swabhav kutila bhavet, hetu yuna man uchyate. In young ones, the prem is just like crooked like a snake. In young ones, because they very easy they manifest man, sulky mood, sometimes with cause, sometimes without cause. And Radharani is like that. Sometimes cause, sometimes without cause. So she is not jealous. If Krishna is coming from the Kunja of Chandravali, Shabya, Padma, all the Vipakshas, unfavorable ones, the counterparts of Radharani, looks like she's exhibiting her jealous mood. But it can't be. With this example, she just saw, this is just one example, there are many. She just saw a heavenly girl, she's in distress and pain. She said, I want my Sham Sundar to come here and touch you on your chest. Because his loving touch cures all distress. Understand? She is so happy. She wants everyone to love my Krishna. If Radharani is jealous of anyone loving Krishna, none of us can chant Hare Krishna. We're longing for Krishna Prem, Krishna Prem. How is possible? She wants everyone to love because Krishna is actually meant for Prem. To reciprocation of love. No jealousy. But the only point is, she feels pain in the heart. I know Krishna is very loving and he wants to reciprocate everyone's love. Everyone's love. He's a loving person. He's a romantic person. He wants to reciprocate love with everyone. And everyone loving him, serving him. But he's not fully satisfied there. So Krishna is not the center of my love. His satisfaction, his prema is the center of my love. He don't get satisfied when he goes to other camps. He gets served there, but is not 100% satisfied. That gives me pain, that gives me pain in my heart that he is not getting 100% satisfaction and he is not getting served well there. That's the only pain in my heart. That's the meditation. That's the smaran of Radharani. So, oh Devi, don't worry. I want my Sham Sundar to come here. She said, you want your Sham Sundar to come here? He's the cause of the pain. Radharani said, she's the cause of your pain? He's the cause of your pain? What he did to you? No, nothing to me, but to you. He left Rasalila, made you weep and cry so much. He's not worthy of love. He don't know what is love. You know love. Then that, hearing this, Radharani say, don't say this. Don't say this. You know what is the meaning of love? You want to hear from me? And there Radharani is speaking out. She is not speaking. The love in her heart directly to her beloved Krishna. No. She's not expressing that. She's hiding there. With example given, the bottle of perfume, if you open the cap, it's called evaporate. She said, Prem is nothing. Prem is indescribable. If anyone say, I can describe Prem, that means he don't know. She don't know Prem. Because there is no word to describe that. Who's saying this? Radharani is saying this. And if someone trying to measure with a barometer, or because he did this, she did this, that's means there is Prem. She said, this is absurd. Because Prem can't be measured. There is no length and breadth, there is no depth of Prem. In so many verses, Radharani describing. So that what was in her heart, she's expressing to that Devi. She don't know that he's Krishna. She's expressing to her, means to Krishna. Because she can't hear any criticism or any word against Krishna. Then she opened up. Then. Anyway, big dialogue. But then Krishna, that heavenly girl said, well, I doubt what you're saying. Because everyone knows, he made you cry and weep. He disappeared from Ras Leela. She said, you saying this, but I don't believe this. Radharani saying, because he was just there with me. We are always together. No one can separate us. We are always together. I was feeling my Shyam Sundar with me. That intense feelings of meeting was there in that separation. And that's why I was weeping and crying. Are you thinking I'm weeping crying in separation? There was an intense meeting in that separation. Shyam Sundar is always with me. He never leaves me. Then the Devi said, I don't believe. Miss Krishna, very naughty, trying to play. So can you meditate and remember Shyam Sundar, your Krishna, and he can come here in front of you? If you can show me with this evidence, then I'm going to believe those words of prema which you were expressing. Then only then I'm going to believe your words. Call him here. I want to see evidence. I want to see evidence. She said, okay, I don't show this, but since you want the evidence to make you believe this, because you're going to go out and spread everywhere. And I can't tolerate any critics of my Krishna. So I'm closing my eyes. She closed her eyes and said, hey Krishna, please come here. Because this is all about a question being asked about our prema. Can you please come here? She just revealing her emotions. And that Devi was Krishna. He melted there. And he came in front of Radharani and gave very loving embrace to Radharani. Tears flowing from the eyes of Radharani. And Krishna too. The meeting took place there. The meeting took place there. Now she's wondering, where is that Devi gone? She was just here. Where is she gone? She wanted to see the evidence. You know, these words of Radharani about prema is a victorious flag. Shyamrani Devi asked me, I brought one Jagannath flag for her, Florida. She said, can you describe what is a... She's always asking questions, right? She's question Rani. What is the significance of the flag? I said, Didi, you are senior. I'm just like your son. In age and also in bhakti. I mean, I'm so junior, how can I describe you? She said, no, I want to know. Then I said, Didi, this is the flag of victory. She said, It's the victory of Radharani's love over Krishna. And in many occasions in Braj, this is the mood of Gurudev. This is Pushpanjali of Gurudev, remembering his moods, which is so much there to imbibe in our heart. The victory of Radharani, and many occasions it was seen, even in wrestling match with Krishna. Krishna can't wrestle with Radharani. Just casting her silent glance towards Krishna, he fall unconscious on the ground. And Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur is narrating this. Venu karani patitam skhalitam shikhandam Brashtam cha pitvasna brajaraj suno Yassa katak shargatam imushitasya Tam radhika charan venu ham smrami. Just casting a silent glance. What to speak of even holding hands and wrestle. Even with that, Venu Karan, Krishna is very fond of his flute, fell on the ground. Yeah. Very proud of his peacock feather, fell on the ground. Very proud of his pitambar yellow outfit, his chadar, uttariya, fell on the ground. And when she looked more loving towards Krishna, he himself fell on the ground unconscious. No, sorry, not unconscious, fell on the ground. And Radharani came like this. Who's victorious? Krishna said, me. Because nature, huh? So much attitude. It's me. How can you victorious? He said, whose nose is up? Gurudev used to say this. Whose nose is up and whose nose is down? Radhe, your nose is down because Radharani is standing like this and Krishna is like fall on the ground. My nose is up, so I'm victorious. Saki said, totally wrong. You have so much attitude. She won this wrestle. And they all Sakis clap for Radharani. Victory of Radharani.
Right.
In this, and then Abhishek of Krishna took place. Indra, the king of demigods, performed Abhishek ceremony of Krishna. Where? Govind Kund Govardhan. No? With his elephant Eravat. And announced, Krishna is Braj. Raj now is the prince of Braj. The gopis heard this news. They said, oh, if Krishna is getting this Abhishek done, why can't we do this for our Radharani? And at this one village in Braj called Umrao. Umrao means queen. There's a word, Umrao means queen. There in that village, Umrao, all the Sakhis, they arranged a coronation ceremony, Abhishek of Radharani, without even telling her, because she is very humble. She don't want this. In a jeweled throne, a nice umbrella on that throne, they brought Radharani. This is described by Jeev Goswami in his book Madhav Mahotsav. Mahotsav means festival. Festival for Madhav. Festival for the eyes of Madhav. Radharani is getting coronation ceremony. And all the Sakhis have golden pots with milk, yogurt, ghee and all that. And many other paraphernalia to worship her, to do ceremony and put crown on her head. And the Devis from the Swarga, they came with some gold and ornaments and diamond ornaments, standing far distance. Lalita saw this. Lalita Sati. Why Devis are there? She, with her eye glance, told gopis to go and find out who are these beautiful ones. And when the gopis came, they said, who are you? Oh, we are from Swarga. And we are also here to offer something to Radharani. So why don't you come and offer directly? They said, no. We know the nature of Radharani. She's so down to earth, she's humble. If we go close to her, she's going to stand up in honor to us. And it will be so embarrassing for us. We are just ordinary Devis from the Swarga. And Radharani, she is Alladani Shakti. She's dear of Krishna. But she's so humble. She's going to stand up in honor to us, for us. So we don't want. Please take this ornaments and offer to her. And Radharani is like this. Rupa Goswami is saying usually in money. Api Gokul Prasiddhe Bhru Brahmabi Parijan Nishedapi Pitha Mumucha Radha Bhadrakvabi Dura Pariksha. You know Bhadra, a Gopi Bhadra, she is a leader, she is Nayaka. But Bhadra is Vipaksha, unfavorable, on the side of Chandravan. Understand? Bhadra is one Nayaka, one leader of the group, of one group of the gopis. Radharani saw Bhadra is coming, approaching her. And Radharani is trying to stand in honor for Bhadra. She is not supposed to, because she is topmost. But this is the nature of one who is senior and topmost to honor everyone. And Radharani is the ideal example of this. So much prem. Krishna gets astonished to see. But she is so humble, down to earth. Seeing that Vipaksha means unfavorable one is approaching, Radharani is trying to stand up in honor. Lalita Sakhi forbade her. Sit down. Api Gokul Prasiddha, you are very famous in Gokul, in whole Braj. Bhru Brahmabi, with her eyebrows, movements of her eyebrows, Lalita Sakhi is forbidding Radharani. Keep sitting. Parijan Nishedapi. You don't have to stand up in honor. Just keep sitting. But Radharani, no. I have to honor her. Why I have to honor her? Because she gives pleasure to my Krishna. Krishna also goes in her camp. Krishna also goes in her kunja. She gave her loving service to Krishna. And anyone who loves Krishna is worthy of praise. That's the mood of Radharani. There is no jealousy there. Gurudev said this is victory of Radharani. Her coronation ceremony took place. Victory of Radharani over Krishna. How come? Madhumangal, Sridham, Subal, they came to know the gopis have performed coronation ceremony of Radharani. They said, our Krishna is the prince, the owner of Braj. He is the king of Braj. Because Indra, he did Abhishek of Krishna. Lalita Sakhi said, wait a minute. This also coronation ceremony happened. We are the witness. We did for Radharani. And demi-goddesses, they came. Sakha said, no. She can't be the queen of Braj. Krishna is the king of Braj. Then Lalita Sakhi asked one question to Madhumangal. Madhumangal, you tell me. Who is considered to be the king? One who is previous or one who comes after? Madhumangal, very simple Brahman boy. He said, of course, one who comes after is considered to be the king, not the previous one. Lalita Sakhi started clapping. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Madhumangal said, what do you mean? She said, we won. How you won this? Krishna asked, your sakhas, Lalita Sakhi said, your sakhas has said this. And it makes sense. Who's the king? Not one who's in the past, the king who is in the present. Your coronation ceremony happened before. And Radharani happened later. So one whose ceremony happened later is considered to be the king or queen. So Jai Jai Shri Radhe. She is victorious. Every game, even dice game, even in arguments, even in debates, in every area, This flag is the victory of Radharani. But after all these victories happened, Krishna then claimed this. Yes, now I'm going to raise this flag. I'm coming to the conclusion. Krishna raised this flag of victory. I'm declaring this, a declaration. Radhika Prem Guru, Ami Shishya Nat. Radharani is my Guru of my Prema. She's Prem Guru. And I'm her disciple. And declaration of victory is what? Na pare hum nirvadya samijam. Oh Radhe, I cannot repay your love. Like this, fold in hands. Very meek and humble there. Oh Radhe, I cannot. Gurudev used to give an analogy here. A camel, very tall, he thinks all other animals are small and junior to me because I'm tall. So he's always having pride. I'm tall, I'm tall, I'm tall. Once upon a time, camel walking, and he came near to this, what is this mountain here? Kew? This mountain, and camel saw, ooh, there's something so high than me. Then he started, sweating and feeling embarrassed. There's something more high than me. Gurudev said, this is a phrase in India. Ab aya oot pahad ke niche. Means when a camel see the mountain, it's so big, more big than me. And all this pride just finished. Krishna is always thinking, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. But when he see the glories of Radharani, oh, it's like a mountain. I'm nothing there. So he raised this flag of victory. With his words, boldly, without any hesitation and reservations. Oh Radhe, I cannot repay your debt. This is, flag has two ends. This is one end. And the other end of the flag is Smaragal Khandanam, Mama Shirisi Mandanam, Dehi Path Pallav Udara. Radhe, I place my head, I bow down my head to your lotus feet. And place your lotus feet on my head. You think that's the simple words? It can't be. In any incarnation, even great poets, while writing this, their hand starts shaking. Jayadev Goswami, his hand starts shaking writing this. I can't. That's impossible. That's impossible. But Krishna is raising this flag. He came and he wrote down his own. He wrote down this. This is true. What you saw in meditation, oh Jayadev, this is true. Don't fear writing this. He himself came and completed that verse. That I place my head at the lotus feet of Radharani and praying and requesting her, keep your lotus feet on my head, because the poison of separation has raised to my head, and I want something to contract that poison, and that can only be contracted with the nectar, and nectar is where? Your lotus feet. That's the nectar. Please keep here. This is a flag of Krishna. The victory of Radharani. So if Krishna is raising this flag, then when Krishna is with Radharani, Antar Krishna Bahir Gaura, inside Krishna and outside, golden complexion. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also came for the same reason, to raise this flag of victory. Victory of Radharani. Jadi Gauranga na haito, tabe ki haito. के मना हरिता दे राधार महिमा प्रेम रस सीमा जगत जनातो के. If Mahaprabhu would have not come, how the glories of Radharani would have spread. He's the one who declared this with a flag. And not only Mahaprabhu, Krishna also raised this flag of victory of Radharani. And Mahaprabhu also. And following the footsteps of Mahaprabhu, his dear associates, Rup Goswami, also raising this flag of victory, the flag of Radharani. Raghunath Das Goswami also, Sanatan Goswami, Jeev Goswami, Narottam Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, he wanted to raise this flag of victory, but he said, my whole life spent in just cutting jungles. My purpose of coming here was to raise this flag of victory of Radharani. To express what is Radha Dasyam and why one have to become the servant, the maid servant of Radharani. And why Braj Bhakti is so high. But my whole life spent in just explaining, this is not Bhakti, this is not Bhakti, this is not Bhakti, this is not Bhakti, this is not Bhakti. I didn't got time to explain what is Bhakti. I didn't got much time. Because there were many obstacles. Many people pulling down the person who's going on the top of the dome to raise this flag of victory. So I was smashing them. And I'm pulling their legs. Come down. Let this flag of victory be high in the sky. And then Param Gurudev, Shri Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, embraced the mood of his Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. He raised this flag of victory. Radha Chinta Niveshinam Yasya Kanti Vilopita Shri Krishna Charanam Vande Radha Lingita Vikraham. Krishna in separation of Radharani, calling out Radhe, 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 and his black complexion turns to golden complexion. His color changed, his complexion changed. That's the victory of Radharani. And embracing the mood of Param Gurudev, and embracing the mood of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada and Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who actually wanted to raise this, Gurudev said, no one can stop me. No one can stop me. No one has that strength to stop me. No one. I am going to raise this flag of victory, which is being done by Krishna, which is done by Mahaprabhu, and which is done by all my acharyas. No one can stop me. And this is how Srila Gurudev, he spent all life just to make the entire world understand what is praying. What is the foundation of that praying? Sacrifice. And what are the sections in that temple of praying? Different sections. And what is the dome of that praying? And what is the flag on the dome of that praying? What is the flag on the dome of the temple of praying? That is Radha Dasa. That's the Jiva's ultimate goal. And Gurudev said, even though we are very finite, small sparks, but potency in the Jiva is very high. Understand? A small spark of fire can burn heaps of godowns. One small spark. The Jiva is small, finite, but the potency in that Jiva can go ultimate Radha Dasya. Can attain that high and high, the highest goal, to become the maid servant of Radha. That's the ultimate of the Jivas. And he said, we possess that. We can do this. But if you say, Gurudev is raising question, if you say, we have no adhikar, we have no qualification, of course we have no qualification. Of course. But there is no qualification required in yearning for this and longing for this. This qualification required to achieve this, no doubt. There is consideration. I'm qualified, I'm not qualified. There is consideration. But there is no consideration required for longing for this. Anyone can long for this. Anyone can desire for this without any qualification. For desiring and longing, there is no qualification required. See the mode of Gurudev? That's why he's not ordinary acharya, not just acharya. Yeah. Radharani's direct associate, who has no other purpose, who had no other purpose, who has no other topic to speak. His every interactions, his every intent, every purpose is to raise this victory, the flag of victory of Radharani, to express Radha's Gaur Premanandi Shri Radha Rani. Actually, I'm sorry, I forgot. There were many other speakers. I wanted to call upon 2-3 speakers tonight, but I don't know what happened. I just went with the flow. I heard Chandrika Mataji speaking and picked some points, and then I don't know where the flow. But still, offering is there, and I really want Rupeshwar Prabhu to please come here and speak some glories of Shri Gurudev. Rupmanohar Prabhu, sorry, please. Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe. 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Oh Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Radhe Radhe